India's largest food retail intelligence event for market insights, product innovation, technology trends, and smart business networking. India Food Forum is, in fact, India's most value-added platform to connect with every component of the food retail intelligence. It brings together the business of food, FMCGs, grocery, hospitality for a meaningful one-on-one for common interest. The theme for India Food Forum 2017 is to catalyze and build the appetite for food consumption in the digital, connected, and consumer-driven consumer landscape to feed the online consumers of tomorrow. So welcome once again to India Food Forum 2017, driven by Sri Products. We begin with our first of our knowledge series. It will focus on shopper-driven category management. The food and grocery industry has seen dramatic developments in the past 2 or 3 years. So it's only natural that the category management process must undergo an update to make it relevant for these fast-paced times. This workshop will focus on the new age category management and how it inspires shoppers to shop, increase the urge for impulse buying, and how strategic category management is key to reducing costs, increasing sales, and improving profit margins, all while keeping the consumer happy. So let us invite Mr. Ankur Shiv Bhandari, Managing Director, Asbicon Group, London, who will take us through all this and more.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks a lot for the kind introduction. I am Ankur Shiv Bhandari, and it's a pleasure to be here to share some thoughts on this concept, shopper-driven category management. Before we start, I think it will be good for me to give you a brief introduction about who we are, what we do. So if I may, with your permission, start with a brief overview of what the Asbicon Group does.
Is winning in sales and with shoppers important to you? Are you a consumer goods or services organization looking to make a difference with your product or service? Asbicon might be able to help. Asbicon is a consumer goods and services specialist firm providing growth solutions to aspiring brands to enable retail and distribution effectiveness. Asbicon does this through its proprietary and trademarked methodology, Gain and Win, by helping organizations and individuals in getting new customers, augmenting customer spend, increasing frequency of purchase of those customers, and nurturing and growing profits for the organization. This is collectively known as the Gain and Win framework, which is enabled as per an organization's need, individually or collectively through the 5 verticals or offer areas of Asbicon. First is capability development, delivered through Asbicon Learning. Second is design services, which provides shopper-focused design, fulfilling point-of-purchase design needs. Thirdly, assisted advisory supports an organisation from ideation to implementation across the Gain and Win framework. Fourth is research, providing both market and business insight through both qualitative and quantitative methods. And finally, data services, providing actionable insight for consumer goods and services organisations. To find out more, please visit asbicon.com.
So this is just a brief introduction about who Asbicon is and what we do. We work in the consumer goods and services sector. We are headquartered out of the UK. I am myself based just outside London. We have a couple of offices in India, one in Gurgaon, one near Chandigarh, where we work with the Indian clients as well and also support the client needs across the world. Now, coming to the topic for today, which is shopper-driven category management. Has anyone heard of this term before, shopper-driven category management? Anyone? Okay. So when we look at this term, shopper-driven category management, what are, maybe 2 or 3 key words that shout out at you? Do you see any words forming here? Okay. Shopper and category management. So in the world of consumer goods, these two are very important words. I think I'll just move too much light here, so I'll come down here. So shopper and category management are the two keywords which are used quite a lot in the world of consumer goods. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between a shopper and a consumer? Anyone?
Shopper's the guy who makes the purchase, and consumer is the guy who consumes it.
Big round of applause for our friend here. Very good. So let us try to just see, first of all, what is a shopper? Can we play the video, please? Okay, so here we just saw a little bit about what the shopper is. There are 2 or 3 key themes that were coming out of that video. One was that shopper is the guy who makes the actual purchase. So mother buying nappies for the child is the consumer, mother is the shopper. A wife buying male grooming products for her husband is the consumer, wife is the shopper, likewise. So that is there. You might have seen thing around path to purchase, how the shopper moves from awareness to purchase. That is another concept. And retail as a huge media channel. You saw that percentage, 76% decisions made in store. So there are some of these concepts which we will talk about a little bit more, but some of the key nuggets that came out of that. So that is shopper. Now we'll talk about category management. So what I want to do during the course of this presentation in about 45 minutes to an hour is talk about the concept of shopper-driven category management, give you a few examples, and then summarize this overall. We've looked at the shopper. Let us now look at the concept of category management. Can anyone tell me what is category management? Any thoughts? What do you mean by category management? Okay. So category management is a concept that has been in the fray for a few decades now. The basic assumption behind this concept is that at the point of purchase, whether it is a retail store or whether it's online or offline shopping environment, a category is treated as an individual business unit. So if you are going to Big Bazaar to shop, or you're going to More to shop, or if you're outside India, you're going to a Tesco or a Walmart. So within that shopping environment, there is a category that is defined. So for example, biscuits could be defined as a category, or snacks could be defined as a category. So the management of that category as an individual business unit from both the manufacturer as well as the retailer side is what is called category management. So that is the basic concept of category management. There is a process that has been followed for many years, many decades now, which is used to structure how category management takes place. There are various definitions of that, but a very simple and common structure that is used is this one, where first of all the category is defined. So I talked about biscuits. There was a legal case in the UK a few years ago where a particular type of snack sticks, whether they were biscuits or whether they were snacks, etc. So there is a huge thing that goes into the definition of what is a category or what constitutes a category. When we talk about hair care is a broader category. Within hair care, there is shampoos, which is a subcategory. There is conditioners, which is another category. There are hair gels, which are another category. So it is the definition of the category. That is where the process starts. And then it is about structuring that, assessing the role of that category at that point of purchase, devising strategies, implementing strategies, reviewing those, and then sort of making changes and implementing them further. So from a category management point of view, if you look at this process, do you see the word shopper or consumer anywhere here? Do you? Okay. So the concept that historically has been used has largely been intrinsically driven. It is more internally focused not necessarily shopper-focused. And that is where what we are trying to do here with the concept of shopper-driven category management, which actually has been in play for some time now, is where this age-old concept of category management is being combined with the needs of the shoppers to drive a concept which is shopper-driven category management. Okay, let us dive a little bit further into our shopper. So let us look at the Indian shopper. We are in India just now, so let's try to look at the Indian shopper. Is this representative of an Indian shopper? No? Okay. Could she be representative of an Indian shopper? Yeah, potentially yes. Okay, good. So just to carry the discussion forward, let us call this lady Ambika here, the Indian shopper, Ambika. Ambika goes out to shop and she has various shopping missions. Now what is a shopping mission? Whenever a shopper goes out to shop, there is a shopping mission behind that. There is a reason why they are going out to shop. You know, it could be that they are going there for their daily top-up to get their doodh danda bread, or it could be that they're out there to do their weekly shopping or monthly shopping or festival shopping. There could be many more shopping missions. I have just put a few examples here to bring the concept to life, but there could be many more shopping missions. Agree? Agree? Yeah? So Ambika has various shopping missions, various reasons why she's going out to shop. And when she goes out to shop, based on the shopping missions that she has different interactions with various categories. So when she's going out to shop, let us say she's going out to shop for rice. You know, rice most probably will not be part of her daily top-up. You know, it will maybe a weekly or a monthly purchase. So the way she interacts with that category is different to the way she might interact with the hand wash category, or the way she might interact with the tomato sauce category, or a juices category, or a bakery category. So her shopping missions define the way she interacts with various categories. And that is where it is very important to understand that for individual categories, what are the shopping missions that can be activated. You know, we've talked about rice, we've talked about snacks, we've talked about biscuits, hand wash. Various categories relate to different types of shopping missions. It is how do we understand which are those shopping missions which can be activated by those individual categories, where the whole crux of this concept lies. Okay. From a manufacturer's point of view, or from a retailer point of view, it would be helpful to understand what is Ambika's path to purchase. Continuing with rice as an example, if we talk about traditional rice, have you seen this path to purchase concept before, from aware to prefer? Has anyone seen path to purchase? Do you understand what path to purchase is? Okay. In the world of trade marketing, shopper marketing, path to purchase is a concept where the journey of a shopper is mapped in a store environment, or maybe before the store environment as well. So it is the journey that a shopper takes before they actually buy a product. So first of all, they have to become aware of a product or service. Then they have to understand that you know, what is behind this product or service. They need to believe that, yes, why is this particular product or service different than what I'm buying before or versus the competition in the market. And then, you know, the whole journey from wanting that and then finding that at the point of purchase to actually buying it, using it, and preferring it happens. So path to purchase in itself is a huge subject. So, but I just wanted to touch on that just now in context of this shopper-driven category management. So coming back to shopper-driven category management, we've looked at Ambika the shopper. We've seen potentially she has a few shopping missions. She has different interactions with various categories. And then if we understand, you know, the path to purchase for each individual category, that will help us define propositions that fit the need for Ambika. So coming back to my example of rice, traditional rice, she might be aware of rice because she was born into a family that always had rice as one of the meals in the day. You know, she understood that, she believed that, and she continued with that. Then came the concept of packaged rice. You know, earlier she was used to buying only loose rice. So how will she know that packaged rice is available? You know, the India Gates of this world or Kohinoors of this world or Dawats of this world are available. So there has to be an effort, which is the awareness, the understand, the believability, and all of that throughout the journey that needs to be activated so that her needs can be met. And this is the whole piece where the matching needs to happen. And from a point of purchase perspective, this middle part is where the actual decision of purchase happens. The top part could be above the line, could be below the line. It could be advertisements, it could be, you know, she's seen something on social media, etc. But the point of purchase, the middle part, the find, believe, buy, is where the actual action needs to happen. Okay? Any questions at this stage? If there are any questions, please feel free to, you know, ask during the course of the presentation. You don't necessarily need to wait for the end of it. Okay, so we've talked about this journey. Now I have a small exercise for all of you. What I want to do is get your thoughts on if you were to match the shopping missions that Ambika has to the outlet and the categories you see on the right-hand side. Which one do you think is being met? Which shopping mission is being met? Apologies for the quality of the picture. I think with the light, maybe it's not very clear, but anyone? What do you think, sir? Which shopping mission might be being met? Daily top-up, do you think? Yeah. Why do you think so?
Looks like a store which has bread and a bit of dairy.
Okay, good, okay. So you feel it's a store which looks like has a bit of bread and dairy, so the shopping mission of the daily top-up could be being met here, yeah. Okay? Your good name, please?
Shrikant.
Shrikant, thank you, Shrikant. Okay, let's look at the second option. Ladies selling fresh chicken. Which shopping mission do you think is being met? Sorry? Weekly. Okay. You think people buy chicken for the week, for the full week?
Maybe particular day of the week, maybe Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. But that meets the need for the whole week.
Not, but people buy for particular day.
Okay. So
Yeah.
could be daily top-up, could be
Yeah,
weekly.
could be weekly top-up.
Okay, very good. So your good name, please? Gyaneshwar. Thank you, Gyaneshwar. Okay. So the kitchen shopping festival. Someone from here, this side, which shopping need do you think is being met? Monthly. Yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah, monthly maybe festival as well. Okay, very good. Your good name, please? Mohit. Thank you, Mohit. Okay. Next one. So Kirana store, some eggs there, some other daily need items. Anyone else from here? Monthly. Okay, very good. You feel monthly? Could this also be weekly or maybe daily as well? Monthly. Okay, very good. So we are seeing sort of, you know, different shopping needs being talked about. This is a duty-free shop. What shopping mission do you think is being met here? Anyone? Festival. Okay. Or leisure shopping. Okay. So thank you, Mohit. So it could be festival. But as I said, these are just some of the shopping missions we have articulated. There are many other shopping missions. So this is a shopping mission of gifting. When you're traveling, you know, I flew from London yesterday. I have family in India. I am at the duty-free shop. Fantastic deal on Shiva's Regal. You know, my cousin likes Shiva's Regal, so I buy that to gift him. Right? The mission is gifting. So there are other ones which are maybe not here as well. Okay. What about this one? A bookstore on a railway station. So again, not necessarily listed in the missions that we have there, but could be, you know, when you're traveling, you have a mission of passing time. So the key concept here is matching, understanding that for various categories, what are the various shopping missions that exist and can be activated. So to summarize the concept of shopper-driven category management, so which categories am I trying to influence? So I don't know which companies you work for or what your businesses are, but let's say you work for a manufacturer of any category. So in that category, let's say it's a food category and you're trying to influence. So which is the category that I'm trying to influence? How do I define that category? Which are the shoppers that I'm trying to influence, right? There are various shopper types. There are influential shopper types. There are the common shopper types. So understanding which are the shopper types that you're trying to influence with the categories that you have. What are the shopping missions of those shoppers which can be activated? So if it's a middle-class shopper that you're trying to influence with your categories, what are the shopping missions that exist and how you can potentially activate those shopping missions? And then how can I capture those shopping missions using the whole category management process and the path to purchase? So this is, in essence, the combination of insights from shoppers and the process of category management is how this whole concept of shopper-driven category management comes to life. Allow me to share a few examples of how we have done that in different markets. I'll only use a couple of examples and then happy to discuss. So this is an Indian example. This is going back a couple of years ago now. We did a piece of work for Tetra Pak and Dabur. Big Bazaar was the retail pilot in terms of the objective was how to increase penetration of juices business in India. So if you look globally, the penetration of juices as a category is about 70%, which means that of people going to a store to shop, how many of them are looking to buy juices? In India, that figure was 2%. So there was a huge gap in terms of global versus what was there from an Indian market perspective. And our challenge was to understand ways of increasing the penetration of juices in the Indian market. So what we did was some of the steps that we have talked about from a shopper-driven category management point of view. We understood the type of shoppers who were engaging with the category. From a juices category perspective, we defined the key shopping missions that this shopper had with regards to the juices category. So one key shopping mission for juices was breakfast, that people wanted to buy juices for breakfast as a shopping mission. One was school lunches. So people wanted to buy juices for their kids to take to school, the small packs, the Tetra Packs, etc. And likewise, there were other shopping missions. Some of these shopping missions were prioritized, which is, those are the shops. The breakfast was one of them, obviously. And then there was a plan put in place by the manufacturers as well as the retailers to activate this whole concept based on activating the shopping mission of breakfast at the point of purchase, which translated in terms of merchandising, which translated in terms of messaging at the point of purchase, which translated in terms of the whole communication, and the whole package was put into play to focus on the juices business. So this is an Indian example. Recently, we've just completed a piece of work. I'm sorry, the title up there has got hidden a little bit. What that says is Walgreens Boots. Have you heard of Walgreens Boots? Have you heard of Boots as a retailer? Okay. So Boots is the UK's #1 health and beauty retailer. It is part of the Walgreens Boots Alliance. Walgreens is one of the biggest retailers in the US. So, I think, I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I think Walgreens Boots together are maybe the world's biggest health and beauty retailer. So we've just completed a piece of work with them on the sun care category. So sun care in India, I don't think is such a big category because हमारा तो भगवान की देना color वैसे ठीक ठाक है. So, if you go into the European markets, because of the fair skin, people get a lot of sunburn. So if they go in sun, they have to have a sun cream on. And sun cream are defined by SPF factor, sun protection factor, 30, 50, etc. So we were tasked with understanding how can we grow the sun care category for Boots. And here Boots was the client because Boots have their own brand called Saltan, which is one of the leading players in the UK market. Although it is sold only in Boots stores, but Boots itself has more than 2,400 stores, so quite a lot. So it was, to understand how can we increase sun care as a category. So again, there was this whole process put in place to understand what are the various shopper types, what are the missions on which they buy sun cream. So some of the missions were obviously holiday travel, which is a key mission, but then also schools. So my kids, I've got an 11-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. They go to school in England. And when summer comes, we get a letter from the school which says that please send sun cream with your child. So that is, for the parent, a big shopping mission as well. So likewise, various shopping missions were identified. We then tested the concept with a lot of shoppers. So we did focus groups, which were streamed globally to the entire Boots management worldwide. We did a process called eye tracking. So what you see on the bottom left-hand side there is the result of eye tracking, where in our offices in the UK, we created a Boots store, and we had the shoppers go on that store and try to find the product they wanted to buy. And what eye tracking does is it captures the motions of various shoppers, and you understand where their attention is more, where it is less, how they are moving across in the category. And it is all shown as heat maps, and there is amazing insight that comes out of that. So that was used. What you see on the bottom right-hand side there is purchase decision hierarchy. What does, for this category, the shopper thinks first? So the first thing that they think is SPF, whether I want something with a high protection factor or a low protection factor, and then there are brands, price, and other things that come into consideration. And as a result of all of that, this whole plan was put into place. This is, just the whole layout was changed in terms of how the shopper shops. The whole category management came into play. And this is just, a depiction of how that was then visualized and is being implemented as we speak. So yeah, so just wanted to give you a few examples. In summary, what I have shared with you is shopper-driven category management, 2 key things. Shopper, who is the shopper? What are the shopping missions the shopper has? Category management, the concept of category management, the process that companies go through from a category management point of view. How do we combine both, which is the needs of the shopper with the category management process to form this shopper-driven category management process? Thank you so much. Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for your time. Brilliant. Thank you.